If you're in Canada and you want to start investing in crypto, it makes sense to use a Canadian crypto exchange over a popular American exchange like Coinbase. Why? Because currency conversion fees will bite you in the not once, but twice, both when you are buying and when you are selling, which eats away at those gains. My name is Brie, and in this video, I'm reviewing the Newton crypto app, which is one of the most popular crypto trading apps here in Canada, made by Canadians for Canadians. We'll go through the pros, the cons, the fees, and every little thing you need to know about this exchange and whether or not it is the place to go for trading crypto in Canada. So let's dive in. So just to get the obvious out of the way, what is Newton? Newton is a Canadian crypto app for buying and selling cryptocurrencies. It is an exchange you can use to turn fiat currency or Canadian dollars into crypto tokens. Now, this first part is really important because depending on what you want to invest in, this is going to make or break whether this is the app for you. So the coin selection on Newton is, at the time of this recording, over 40 different coins. Of course, they have all of the big guns like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, Doge, SHIB, and they generally tend to add coins that are popular and trending. You can go on over to their pricing page right here if you want to check out which coins are available to see if there's a specific one you're after and to make sure it is available. They are always adding more. I remember when I first got started with Newton about 6 months ago, back in May, they only had 10 different coins on the platform and now they're over 40. So they're rapidly adding new ones and widening the selection. But if you need to buy something that is not there, then obviously it's not the exchange for you and you'd be better off using something like Binance or Coinbase or Gemini or Kraken or a host of other crypto exchanges that do have a wider selection. Or honestly, my favorite way to do this would be to buy ETH on Newton, send it over to a Web3 wallet like MetaMask, and switch to whatever altcoin I wanted using something like Uniswap. So let me just grab my phone and we can dive right into the actual Newton app and see what this is all about. So the first thing we need to talk about is how easy is it to fund your account? What are your options for getting fiat money, getting your Canadian dollars into the exchange so you can buy crypto? Now, Newton does have a few options here. So if I go on over to trade and I want to add funds, then you can see I have the options via Interac e-transfer, crypto from wallet, or via wire transfer, which takes 3 to 5 business days. Obviously, you can't use crypto from wallet unless you already have crypto in another wallet. If you've never bought crypto before, you're gonna need to either do this from a wire transfer or Interac. But Interac e-transfer is way easier to use than a wire transfer and it's faster. Now the wire takes 3 to 5 business days. You have to set up a connection with your account, get all that information from your bank, and wait for your funds. But Interac e-transfer is very easy. You usually get your funds within 2 hours. I find for me, it's usually within about 30 minutes. And you've probably used this feature before, either to send money to friends or to pay somebody something that you owed. It's very easy. To do that on Newton, you go over to add funds and then you can request the amount from your bank account, type that in. There's a weekly limit of $70,000. And then you type in the amount and then send fund request and then walk through the process to get those funds on over. It's usually pretty quick. It's very easy. And you don't have to deal with all that crap that you do with wire transfers. If you do already have crypto in another wallet, you can go crypto from wallet. And of course, it'll bring up your QR code for your wallet address within Newton. And you basically use that, paste that into your other exchange or wallet that you're transferring crypto from, and that'll send the funds on over. Super easy, and these funds show up instantly. Cashing out to fiat works in a similar manner. So I would want to go to withdraw, and again, my choices are via Interac e-transfer, crypto to wallet, or through a direct deposit to my bank account. What I always use, again, is the Interac e-transfer. It happens within 2 hours. The direct deposit can take 2 to 4 business days, and who has that kind of time to wait around for money? Not me. Probably not you. So Interac is usually the way to go. Newton does not charge any extra fees. I think there's normally something like a $1.50 fee whenever you do an Interac e-transfer. Whatever that happens to be, that's all you pay, but Newton does not charge extra for that feature. Now this next part is really important because when fees are too high, that starts to eat into your gains and you might not be making as much as you expect. So we want to have a good understanding of what the fees are. Now, Newton does not have any fees for buying or selling crypto, but there is something called spread we need to discuss. But first, let me just show you what buying and selling looks like on the app. I just want to show you how simple and quick it is to go and buy whatever cryptocurrency you're wanting to invest in. All right, so let me pull up the trading option. I would like to trade, and here is basically what we do. We funded our account. I have Canadian dollars in here, so I can just go and choose how much I want to spend and which coin I want to buy. So right now it's set to Bitcoin. So I can go and choose whichever one of those 40 plus coins I want to invest in and choose the amount. Say I want to do $50 worth of Bitcoin. It'll tell me how much that is. And all I do is swipe to trade. Success. That transaction is going through and that will show up in my account. Selling works the same way, except I want to press this little button here to switch dollars and Bitcoin. And now I can decide how much Bitcoin I want to sell, and it'll spit out how much Canadian dollars I get and swipe to trade. And that is how you sell. So as I mentioned, buying and selling on Newton does not incur any fees, but there is something called spread you need to be aware of. So let's go on over to the prices page and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if I go over to Newton's prices page, you can see this chart that has all of the coins you can buy and sell on the platform. And you'll see this column here titled spread. Now, spread is the way that crypto platforms like Newton make their money. Because they don't charge any fees, this is how they do it. So basically how this works is that when you are offered, say, a buy price for Bitcoin on the platform, that price offered on Newton is just going to be a little bit higher than the market rate. So if I went and checked this somewhere else that lists all of the market prices of Bitcoin, this would be just a little bit higher than that value. And similarly, when it comes to the sell price is going to be just a little bit lower than the market value. And the difference between those two values is what is called the spread. Spread is very low on Newton. It's normally anywhere between 0.5 and 1. Depending on the cryptocurrency, you can see here it varies for different tokens, but that is just something to keep in mind when you are trading. So basically, because of the spread, you'll pay just a little bit more than market rate when you're buying crypto, and you'll get back a little bit less when you're selling. Now, the spread value is variable. It changes over time. It changes with the market, and you'll see that reflected on that chart on Newton. This is a very common way for crypto platforms to make their money, so you'll see this across different apps. But the actual value of the spread does vary quite a lot. With Newton, the spread is on average around 0.5%. I'm seeing it more these days around 0.7%, but take that with a grain of salt. In comparison, one of the other very popular crypto trading platforms in Canada is ShakePay, and they normally have a spread of about 1% to 1.25%, which is quite a bit higher than with Newton. Comparing this to another platform, let's look at Coinbase. Coinbase actually does charge transaction fees that vary depending on the trade, depending on the currency, depending on where the market's at right now, but they also have spread as well. So you're losing out even more by using a platform like Coinbase. So if you can use a platform where the spread is low, that is in your best interest. All right, so what about transferring your coins to your wallet? Now, not all crypto trading platforms will let you do this. Some of them require that you keep the cryptocurrency you buy on that exchange for various reasons, which I'll get to in a sec. But there are plenty of reasons why you should store your cryptocurrencies in your own wallet for the long term. And that is perfectly encapsulated by one of the favorite sayings in the crypto community, which is this: not your keys, not your coins. Basically, if you don't have access to the keys to your crypto, you don't actually hold those. If a platform is holding those keys for you, that is an extra exposure to risk. I personally store my crypto on a hardware wallet called the Ledger Nano S. I'll link it below if you want to grab one for yourself. And Newton luckily allows you to transfer your coins off of the Newton exchange and onto your own wallets. Inside the Newton app under transfer to wallet, it does say it is instant, but keep in mind that cryptocurrencies have block times. With Bitcoin, this is around 10 minutes, so it will take at least that long for your transaction to show up in a block and get confirmed by the network. This amount of time varies, and for a currency like ETH, this is even faster. Now, you might have heard about other people in the crypto space complaining about high gas fees or mining fees. These are network fees. These are fees that are paid to incentivize miners, incentivize validators to keep the network secure and make the whole blockchain run. I'm not gonna get into the nitty-gritty here, but just know it's a thing. And Newton covers the first $5 of any network fees that you incur whenever you're withdrawing crypto to your own wallet or to another exchange. You have to cover the rest if that is necessary, which Isn't going to be the case all the time, but sometimes yes. So this covers something like mining fees with Bitcoin and gas fees with Ethereum. Keep in mind that network fees can vary quite a lot throughout the day. It's always changing. So if network fees are high, if it's over that $5 limit that Newton is going to cover for you, you might want to wait for fees to come down. Now, right now, Bitcoin fees are around $2 to $3 per transaction. So that whole fee is going to be covered by Newton if I'm withdrawing coins from Newton to my wallet. But Ethereum gas fees right now are insane. If I go on over to Etherscan, if I was to transfer Ethereum to my wallet right now, that would cost me on average about $29 to do so. So since Newton only covers the first $5 of that, it's going to cost me around $24 to send that. So for that reason, I might want to wait until a time when these fees are lower so I don't have to pay as much just to move my money around. One other thing I want to mention is that you can check out other exchanges to see if there are ones that cover these fees if you do plan on moving money around a lot and you don't want to be spending a ton on gas fees. Now, another Canadian exchange that I use is called ShakePay, and they have higher spread than Newton, as we mentioned before, but they cover all of the network fees when you're transferring out. The caveat is that they only allow you to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, so you don't have the selection you have with Newton, but if you are expecting to be transferring coins around a lot and you don't want to be waiting for gas fees to come down, using something like ShakePay might be a better option for you because they cover those fees. I'll leave a link for that in the description below as well, so you can check them out if you would like. There are of course trade-offs if you're comparing Newton with ShakePay, and I've done a video comparing the two, so check that out up here or up here. I always forget which side that pops up on, but I linked to the video up there and you can go and check that video out if you want to see what the differences are between these two exchanges. I'll also include the link for both below if you want to check them out and give them a whirl for yourself. So that covers just about everything you need to know about Newton. So what is the verdict? Is it a good app to use? Should you use it? Do I use it? So the verdict is Newton is easy to use. There are no fees associated with buying and selling, and the spread is very low. There's 40 plus coins, which is a pro or a con depending on what exactly you want to get out of crypto. If you're like me and you're only investing in the big guys, if you're only investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of the most trendy ones that have been added to the platform, this is great. This gives you a lot of options. But if there are exotic altcoins you want to be purchasing on the regular, then another exchange might be a better place for you. The biggest con in my eyes with Newton is that they only cover the first $5 in network fees. So depending on what the market is doing, this could still be very expensive to move money around. I haven't personally moved any ETH around for a while because gas fees are high and I'm waiting for that to come down before I do so. But the biggest selling point I find with Newton is that they make it easy to fund. It's easy to use Interact e-transfer to get your Canadian dollars into the exchange so you can start buying crypto. You can do that very quickly. You can do that without fees. And you avoid all of those currency conversion fees and all of the extra hoops you have to jump through if you're using a foreign exchange like Coinbase. So those are some of the reasons I personally have gone with Newton. I use this exchange to do most of my trading, though full disclosure, I do use ShakePay sometimes as well, mostly for their shaking sats feature. But if you've decided to give Newton a try, I can offer you a little extra incentive. If you use the link in the description below, you'll get an extra $25 when you sign up and fund your account with $100. But that is it for this video, guys. So I just want to thank you so much for watching, for sticking it out until the end. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and share it with another friend who is curious about learning how to get into crypto. Especially if they're in Canada, I got a lot of videos on how you can do that, the best tools for Canadians, because currency conversion fees suck and you should avoid those at all costs. Is there something I missed talking about in this video? Leave me a comment below. I'd love to chat with you about it, but otherwise, if you are ready to continue your journey down the crypto rabbit hole, then check out one of these videos next, and I will see you guys next time.